Hi, everybody. I'm Todd McKim with head coach Mike Montgomery, the final basketball show of the season. And, Coach, let's just look forward here at this point in time because that's what everybody wants to know about. UNLV on Thursday in San Jose. You've played them already this year. First of all, just the travel thing. A lot of times kids get excited. Wow, where are we going to go? Where are we going to go? We're going to go about 45 minutes south of here for the first round game.
Well, you want it by helicopter?
However you want to go.
If you can get there in 45 minutes, I'll throw in with you. There's traffic. It's 2 hours. Well, I'm delighted. I've always been an advocate for trying to keep people closer to home. And what they've done as a result of many discussions we had years ago is the pod system, and they'll try to keep the higher seeds closer to home. But I don't know why you need to only reward the higher seeds. They're probably going to advance through the tournament anyway. I think that it's important that all the people that work so hard all season long to get a chance to play in a tournament, their fans want to see them, and there's a lot of people. So the more people that you can keep closer to home to allow their fans to get a chance to go to the game, I think the better it is for everybody, the tournament and everything else. So I guess the talk is they don't like to have matchups that they've already had. I don't know how that fell. But we had a very, very competitive game against UNLV the first time we played them, and so it should be an interesting matchup. They've added a couple players, so I'm sure they'll be a little bit better. Mosier had hurt himself at our place, and he's back 100%. And then Kim Birch, who's a very, very good defender, shot blocker, joined their team after being ineligible. So that part's good. I think for both of us, I think Las Vegas, they have to be excited about being close to home because it's not very far to get from Las Vegas to here. And so I think the place should be rocking. It should be a good environment for an NCAA basketball game. And all my old pals from Montana coming down, and Boeheim from Syracuse. So it should be fun.
Talk about the matchup with UNLV. The first time around, highly competitive, as you mentioned. Mosier went down in about 5 minutes with a dislocated elbow. But you got pretty good production from your bigs. Solomon Kravish played pretty well. Alan Crabb had a pretty good game as well. But the guy for them that was the big load was Anthony Bennett. He had a big double-double. It was really a tough guard in that game.
Well, they're projecting him as a lottery pick after 1 year. He's a big, strong guy that's got great physical ability. Keep in mind in that game, Crabb played about 7 minutes in the first half. He got 2 quick fouls, kind of cheap variety fouls, to be honest with you, but he didn't play a lot in that first half, had a real good second half. But Bennett was a load for us. He caught it and scored it a lot of different ways. We just didn't seem to have an answer guarding him. A lot of what they do is a little bit of a pro-style isolation. I mean, they move people around to get a different player in the same isolation, and it makes it's hard to guard because they're very, very good athletes. They're pro-type athletes. So we didn't do a very good job. We're going to have to do a better job with him. He's very strong. I mean, they had 13 offensive rebounds in that game, and I think they converted probably 11 or 12 of them. Can't let that happen. They do a great job of getting out on the break and pass advance and high flying and dunking and all that kind of stuff. Can't let that happen. So there's some things we have to do that are basics, but easier said than done.
They also were able to convert turnovers into points as well. I think they might have had 19 points off of turnovers. Yet despite that, your team came back after being down in the second half and actually took the lead on several occasions and had the lead with about 11 seconds to go when your defense did a good job forcing a difficult shot by Marshall, but they were able to get an air ball and put it back in.
Yeah, we hung in there, like as you mentioned. We had some turnovers that they pressured us, and the thing that you hate, and we've had a kind of a tough time with this, is turnovers that lead to baskets. I mean, turning the ball over and then having them have to come down and play against your defense, that's one thing. But to turn it over and have them lay it up, that's just discouraging. We try to get those. We try to get stops and scores. We call them double bangs, gives kids something to think about. But it seems like we've given up too many double bangs this year where we've turned it over and they've gone down and gotten easy baskets. Can't let that happen. We did fight back in that thing. We had some success with a little bit of zone, and some guys came through late. So you're in the NCAA tournament right now. It's every team is capable of winning, or they wouldn't be there. Even the teams the few teams that have, say, losing records or not great records, they did win their conference tournament, so they came up big at the right time. So everybody's playing a lot of confidence right now, and so it makes the tournament so fun. I tried to tell the kids that, look, there is no tomorrow now. I mean, any other time we've played, there's always been, well, we'll play again, or gee, we got a Saturday game, or we got more games. You know, not anymore. This is it. You either win now or you go home. So if they want to continue to play, you're going to have to put your absolute best effort on the floor.
And before we let you go, this is our final basketball report of the year. It's also the end for the high school season, except for one of your recruits that you've signed. It's going to play for a state championship. But you have Sam Singer down in Florida, had a really good senior year. You obviously have Jabari Bird here locally. Salesian had a great year, didn't make it to the state final. And the Matthews kid from Southern California, his team's going to get a chance to play for a state championship.
They are, and he's had a great year. John was just telling me that he was CIF Player of the Year, so that's quite an honor. I'm sure that, you know, Jabari's team, Salesian High School, won it last year. I would think would probably expected to be there again this year. I'm sure they're disappointed. They had a fabulous year, and really looking forward to having Jabari here. Sam Singer played for the state championship down there in Florida and was Player of the Year in the state of Florida, so we're excited about that. You know, the future's bright. I mean, theoretically, everybody's back. You know, that we've got 3 seniors that we'll sorely miss. Brandon's been a great leader for us and a guy that we've counted on. You know, Bach has been a great story as well, and then Robert Thurman, of course, walked on from a Division III school and has just proved steadily. So we'll miss those guys, but as I say, theoretically, we've got everybody else back and adding some good pieces.
Well, it'll be fun. Good luck this week in San Jose, and hopefully advance beyond that as well.
Hope so.
And hopefully maybe you get another helicopter ride. You never know, somewhere along the line. All right, that's the final basketball report of the year. Thanks for joining us. I'm Todd McKillin at CalBears.com.